Hello everyone. My name is Gidi. I stand 1 meter and 81 centimeters. I'm bald. I wear a dark blue suit, a light blue shirt, a red tie. I'm a little bit solid. My wife says heavy. I'm 54. It's really an honor to be here. Members of Parliament and Government of Austria, Member of Parliament Heike Eder, thank you for the honor. The ESSA Foundation and the amazing Zero team, fellow innovators, everybody here in this room. Caroline, you moved all of us this morning. We are representing Reut USA, an organization in America, but I'm originally also from Israel and I'm Jewish. And it is a tremendous honor to be here today. And I really appreciate the moment. Thank you very much for it. Have you ever wondered why solutions for needs of people with disabilities are so expensive? Why they exist in one place and not in another place? Why sometimes they don't exist at all? And in the bigger picture, why 90% of innovation serves 10% of the population? And why are people with disabilities structurally excluded from the innovation economy? My answer to these questions is complicated. But at the same time, I challenge you to imagine. Imagine a world where many solutions cost 20% to 1% of their current market price. A world where every person with disabilities lives within a short distance of thousands of solutions to their needs. A world where anyone can get any product, anywhere on the globe, in developing and developed nations, in rural and urban areas. In other words, just imagine 4 words: affordable, accessible for anyone, anywhere. It is possible in this day and age, and this is the reality that we are creating. The word TOM stands for Tikkun Olam Makers. Tikkun Olam is a Hebrew concept that calls upon every individual to do what they can to make the world a better place. And this is our message. We see this as a platform for inclusion, as I will describe in a moment. To realize this vision, we have basically developed an end-to-end process. On one side, just think about it. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of engineers, programmers, product designers, who are willing to contribute their inventions and creations. We make it possible for them. We deposit everything they create online, open source. Anybody can download anywhere. And these products are being manufactured because today around the world, there is excess manufacturing capabilities. What do we mean by that? Almost every 3D printer bought in the last decade is underused. Massively underused. And it can be used to create solutions. What is unique about our initiative is that we support not just people with disabilities, all vulnerable populations, also elderly and poor people. As I mentioned, we can work in developed and developing nations, in urban and rural areas. And through that, we transfer a tremendous amount of knowledge, not just between countries, but also within countries. And in that, we serve UN Sustainable Development Goal number 10 of increasing equality. Finally, and equally important since day one of our project, we are a platform for peacemaking. We are a platform for Jews and Arabs in Israel, for Israelis and Palestinians, for people all over the world to come together. There is a famous teaching by a famous rabbi by the name of Jonathan Sachs, who said, the best way to heal a broken society is to build things together, which is what we do. Caroline, when I listened to you, you were so inspiring. You spoke about people with disabilities. I just want to mention one country, the UAE, where people with disabilities are being called people of determination. And this is what I thought when I heard you. That this is about tremendous determination to make things happen. And I believe we can do it. But in order to do that, we do need a global movement. In universities, in corporates, in care centers, and in schools. I believe that it can be done, and I believe it will be done. Thank you very much. As a matter of value, as a matter of efficiency, people with disabilities are at the center of our design process. Meaning we don't even begin the design of a solution without having a person with disability, their caregiver, or their family represent the problem. We don't call them people with disabilities. We call them need knowers. Need knowers. They know the need. And the engineering team and the design team is around the need knower. So there is immediate feedback on the definition of the problem on every iteration of the solution. Furthermore, we believe that the first line of the solution, the second iteration of the solution, the third iteration of the solution usually comes for the person in the need. Because them being in their condition, they have been very creative in what could address their challenge. So for us, this actually ensures not just the ethics of the process, also the efficiency of the process. For example, I spoke with Member of Parliament Eder today about the coming Paralympic Games in 2028. She was a Paralympian herself. She knows better than almost anybody else what would be required to address the needs of Paralympians and of people who are involved in sports. And this is our philosophy, and that's how we do it.
Thank you very much.
I do want to say that contrary to what may happen in many other places, this is not our challenge. First of all, because we look not only at the person's disability, we look also at the caregivers. And most of the caregivers are women, more than men. Also, when we look at the caring staff and the nurses in the hospitals, the care centers, there is a majority of women there. So a lot of the problems come or are communicated to us through women, and they are also what we call, I just mentioned, the need knowers. On the design side, also, we have more than 50% participation of women. The leaders of our TOM communities around the world, probably 50% or more women. But I do want to point out something very, very interesting. Our innovation process was subject to a research of NYU, New York University Professor Hilal Ifshitsaf, and she looked at 13 innovation teams and compared us also to what's going on in the corporate world. She found that our process is more efficient and more effective than anything she has seen in the corporate world. Now, 7 of the 13 teams were able to get to a working prototype within 3 days based on our process. Then she dug into the teams. And do you know what she discovered? That the most successful teams had majority women or all women participation. Because they required a deliberative process. And that deliberative process apparently happens better when there is gender mix in the team or teams that are led by women. And that was I found it to be an extremely interesting conclusion from that research, and I'm happy to share it, of course, with everybody here. Thank you for this question.